Hello world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are looking at the energy for January 4th through the 10th. This is our first full week of 2021. And as always, I have three piles for us. Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3. So this is a general reading. Which means that take what resonates. Not everything is going to be 100% for you. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes there is just one message in a pile that is perfect for you. Sometimes you might be drawn to more than one pile, and you can go ahead and listen to both and again, take what resonates. I also have some things associated with each pile. So if you like to pick with just the cards, concentrate on 1, 2, or 3. I have the timestamps down below. Otherwise, I'm about to give you a little bit more information about each. So pile 1, I have associated here with this mermaid, and her hair is a zebra plant. It is a succulent. It's a Haworthia, and it's zebra because it has this striped pattern. Pile 2 we have is this cat planter with a brain cactus. If you've seen some of my other videos, you may have seen him before. But this one and our dinosaur for group 3 are brand new to the channel. And this is also a succulent in here. I don't remember the name. I'll probably post it in the description if you're interested. And our dinosaur is Brontosaurus still a dinosaur? I thought I saw something where it was like the number 1 dinosaur when I was a kid, and then they decided that it wasn't even a dinosaur. So it's some sort of saurus, Brontosaurus, Apatosaurus, something like that for group 3. So decide which pile is calling to you, and the timestamps are in the description down below, and I will meet you at your pile. Hello group 1, if you picked the mermaid or just the pile here, you are in the right spot. I'm going to move these tarot cards off to the side. We'll get to them in a moment. I want to look at our spirit animal for the week first. So you got number 2, Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. I don't know if this is something that you've asked for or just something that you've noticed. Things are getting kind of quick. It might be a little bit overwhelming. This could also be an indication that it is time to act on something, that it's go time. One thing with the Antelope Spirit is they have really great sight of where they're going. They actually like to be out in the open too. So maybe planning is important and having like at least a direction of where you're going, not to just start running, like have an end game here and look at the big picture of where you're going. I also have these 2 love oracle cards, so let's take a look at these. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So this could talk about, this doesn't have to be like a romantic partnership. This could be some other relationship, a friend, family member, something like that. I feel like something has been said, something has been done, and there's some need for understanding. There's been a lot of emotions, and this is the mermaid pile, and there has been a lot of communications that may have not gone the way that you expected them to. So just remember that deep down, there is love for you here. And the relationships have ebbs and flows, you know, just like water, and things can be healed. So if you're concerned about reaching out to somebody that you may have had a disagreement with, I think that they want to get healing as well. And then the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. And I think this is just like a confirmation of that. And also with your antelope spirit, it's now time to act. I mean, it's always a perfect time to tell somebody how much you love and care for them. And I think that if you do that right now, like the antelope spirit is saying, now could be the time to, now's a good opportunity. It will be appreciated. So let's take a look at the tarot card. So we have 3 of Wands. When I said, have a direction, have a plan, don't just run out. I mean, if you think, unfortunately, this antelope is more, I think, from Africa, but where I live, I guess we call them antelope, pronghorn, that kind of thing. We have them also. And it's very rarely do we see them hit by a car. I also lived in Wisconsin, and you would see deer hit by a car all the time, but they're coming out of the woods. Antelope are wide out in the open. But I think that happens, or they have more issues or stumbling when they don't have a direction that they're going in. And 3 of Wands kind of reminds you that you're making progress. I mean, with the antelope spirit and this, yeah, you're going somewhere. But this has some planning behind it. This has some goal setting. You're looking at it like wide open, like the antelope, but also from a higher perspective. You're taking in the full kind of like range of what's going on. Next, we have the Page of Cups. Cups here in this reading with the Mermaid doesn't surprise me. Cups, water. This is about emotions, but this is very kind of like a joyous card, more so. There's a fish in this Page's Cups, and it's kind of a page is an innocence almost, and a youthful exuberance. And if you're not feeling that this week, you should look for it. Look for some joy, look for some happiness, innocence, encouraging, be spontaneous with some things, and really have a good time. I don't know. I shouldn't have to remind you to have a good time. 7 of Cups, another cup card. So look at this little monster. This is Monstarot, by the way. These are little monster cards. I love them. I think they're just absolutely adorable, but they're really great. They're really spot on too with the readings. So there's some choices that you have going on, and some of these choices may be an illusion or a fantasy, and it's okay to be in a fantasy realm every once in a while if that helps you with your like youthful exuberance, if it helps you find joy. The law of attraction talks about fantasy, but like, and law of attraction talks about fantasy becoming a reality, and that can only happen if you feel like it's within your realm of possibility. Where sometimes this card kind of has these fantasies hanging around, and it's not. Some of them may be, some of them may not be in your realm of possibility. Next, we have the 3 of Cups. Now, and this is reversed. So the 3 of Cups card upright, I'll give you a better look at this. These are like 3 friends, 3 people hanging out, having a great time. Reversed, though, it is more of you, more independence, time alone, kind of a three's a crowd thing. I don't know if that's something that you are healing with a partner. Like the bad side of the three's a crowd, it could be like a cheating situation with a partner. And even if you don't give that partner a second chance, like healing that for yourself so that you don't put that on your next partner. You don't like add that baggage to your next partner. Now we have 3 cups cards. So emotions this week. Although I feel like, I don't know, maybe I do have to remind you to find some joy if your relationship didn't work out the way that you thought it would. Or maybe I almost see this kind of like, I've never used Tinder, but I have friends who have, or dating websites, and you see all these possibilities of people out there. One thing to remember with that, and I think if you have used it, you know this, that they put their very best things out there. Sometimes they put things out there that aren't true to make themselves feel better or to like attract you in some way. So if this is relationship related now that I'm seeing this Three of Cups, just be careful, be wary of that. Trust your intuition. Like I said, you have this, you went with the Mermaid for a reason, and mermaids are about intuition and feelings. And then we have the King of Cups, who's also about intuitions and feelings, but he is, he's the king of the suit that we have here, but he's very balanced. So yeah, things that have hurt him, you know, he's sensitive to things, but he's also wise. He uses emotions to stay in control. This could also mean somebody else coming into your life who does appear very balanced. It could be an illusion though, who is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And that could be female, male. It could also be, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be like a business relationship, a friendship, something like that as well. It's just, well, let me get my last card here. we'll talk more about it. Okay, the Star in reverse. So the Star is, let me hold it up upright so you have a chance to look at it. The Star is, you know, think about star in the sky, point of light, somebody, you know, I said looking at it from a higher perspective. The Star normally looks at things from a higher perspective and is very hopeful. The other thing is that she comes right after the Tower. So she is very hopeful and very light because she's let go of a lot of things. So I feel like this week may be an issue for you because you haven't let go of some things. And right now is the perfect time to do that. To let go of whatever baggage it is that you're carrying, whether it be somebody who hurt you in a relationship, and realize, you know, take a look at, you know, what role that was that you played in that. I'm not saying that this was done on purpose for you, but if you were attracted to somebody who you knew would hurt you, why? So some shadow work here a little bit too, because we need to you need to get rid of that baggage. We need to go on and be light and come back here. And I mean, the universe is reminding you that you need to go with joy, expect the unexpected. There's really beautiful things out there for you that are not illusions, but you have to let go of your baggage. You have to put, you cannot meet new people and put blame on them from a past relationship. Okay, and then look at this. We have the World. This is a completion card. It's card 21. It's the end of the major arcana, and it's the end. So that situation is over with. It's in the past. Embrace new possibilities. Put those things behind you. Come back here and find your hope when you let go of all those things and go off. And I think you're on the track. I think you're on the right track. And if this is something you've already been working through, this is just a confirmation of that. I shouldn't be telling you something that you don't already know. So this card may not be like a three's a crowd relationship or three's a crowd within a relationship. Like if that was never in your mind to begin with, that is not what that meaning is for you. But it could just be that you need to spend some time alone right now and work out your values and be really methodical about it and balanced about it to get your hope back, to come into, I have a friend who's posting right now, like the same crap is going, that 2021 is just a continuation of the same crap. Well, yeah, if you believe that, that's what's going to happen because the universe is giving you what you believe. Oh. Let's turn this over. And this is another completion card, 10. And you can see this. This is the 10 of Wands. This person is carrying like this really heavy load. But it's time to put that load down. Like this is the end. It's almost like they are at the end of this project, the end of this job, the end of this relationship, whatever it is that they've been as they've been going, they've been accumulating. It's almost like they're on the way to sell all these wands, basically. And yes, it's terrible right now, like as far as like, okay, this does not look like a pleasant situation carrying all these wands, carrying all this baggage, but they are just about ready to get rid of it. And even if it was a bad situation that you're carrying, when you get rid of that baggage, it's like a relief, it's a release, and you understand when you get rid of it that you have learned something from it and you've grown from it. And then next we have the Queen of Cups reversed. And this again is just another card. Like the Queen of Cups is very sweet and very nurturing and takes care of other people, but you have to take care of yourself first. And that's what it is to me in the reverse. This is time for self-care, self-love, discovering your inner feelings, healing yourself, and letting go of any baggage that you have. You can't pour from an empty cup, and what you want to be able to give the world is what is overflowing from you, but you have to take care of yourself first. You can't take care of other people until you do that. So let's go back to the speeding up here, because I think that, a lot of times we think about when we're doing self-care as kind of more of like a meditation kind of thing. But I think this is more of like, okay, you know what you need to do, you have it, let's put it into action. Let's, whether that's scripting or, meditating, even meditating can be speeding up as long as it is taking some actions to help yourself. I want to talk about this healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. I love this idea. As far as like healing, it's healing yourself, healing your friends, healing your family. I do this a lot actually when I really don't meditate during the day, but when I go to sleep, I just think of, just lying there and feeling like this great, beautiful light, this loving light coming in from, excuse me, my phone was ringing, coming in from the universe and just engulfing you and making you feel better and healing you. And I feel like this is really related to emotions because we have so many cups cards, because you picked the mermaid. Often the Queen of Cups in tarot is depicted by the mermaid. So good job doing that. You picked if this is resonating, you picked the right card to go with. And I feel like you're going to be successful here. So don't, and that's with like, put it into action. You've got this. That's what these two cards here are about, that you're about ready to just put this down and go on and find that hope in the new year. So thank you, Group 1. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 2. If you picked this cat or the brain cactus or this pile of cards, you are in the right place. I'm gonna move these tarot cards off to the side for a sec, and I got a spirit animal card for us, and we have 65 whale spirit, trust in great mystery. And whales are kind of mysterious animals to begin with. I mean, they are huge and beautiful and lovely, and they don't all know exactly, they go to the depths of the ocean that is not necessarily always explored. And that's kind of what this card is. There's a great mystery about them, and we can't know everything. And some things we can't understand with our mind. We have to understand it with our heart. There was a really cool thing about this whale spirit in the book that came with this oracle deck. And it says, some things cannot be known in our mind. They only experience through our heart. Within the invisible, what you can't see now are the seeds of your intentions being tended to by angels. I love this, and I love this as the first, card for the first week of 2021. A lot of us have set intentions for this year. A lot of us have set New Year's resolutions. Sometimes we don't even know how we're going to accomplish those things. I recommend that we do break those down into baby steps, and then that's how we can accomplish them. But just because that we have like the big, huge goal, it doesn't mean that we can't attempt to do it. So I hope that you have some great goals this year, and don't be discouraged because it looks like it's huge. Just let it go out into the universe. Let your angels tend to that for you. Just remember, like right now is a seed, and only time will tell. We have this. Now these cards are more related to relationships, but they don't have to be. And then wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And both of these I think are very, very much related to this whale spirit. Oh, I got a blonde hair. Okay. So our cards. Here we have the 10 of Cups. This is just a really lovely cup speaking about family, friends coming together, that whatever you plan on doing this week, you should plan to spend some time with them, and that you are supported, you are loved. Sometimes we don't feel like that, and maybe you need to reach out, but you are. We also have the Hermit in reverse. So the Hermit, I will show you the upright of this so you can see what he looks like. The Hermit is a loner. The Hermit is somebody who's very introspective. And again, I think this very much relates to the 10 of Cups, that, you know, this may not be the week to be a loner. This may not be the week to do it on your own or to be alone. If you're feeling isolated, withdrawal, something like that, just remember, you have this 10 of Cups here. You have your family and friends who love you, and your family doesn't have to be conventional either. And oftentimes it's not. 7 of Wands. So this is a card about, and it may be why you are feeling some sort of isolation here, because this little monster is kind of on his own up in this hill, and he's got like these other 6 wands coming at him, and he's defending his position. This is like you've stepped out in some way into the spotlight, and people are questioning you. And it could be positive questions, it could be negative questions. Sometimes they are positive questions and we're like, whoa, wait a second, why are you know, but people, like if they see your success, they want to know how you've done it. And what's funny is a lot of times you are successful and people are like, well, how'd you do it? And you tell them and they're like, well, you can't do that. Okay. As long as you're here, you know, within your ideals, you're acting within the best interest of you and the people around you and the people who love you. I mean, absolutely defend where you go, but also it's kind of a reminder of like, don't let them tear you down either. Don't be just like, you can place boundaries. You can say, you know what, we can agree to disagree on this. Next, we have the Knight of Cups. And I'll show him to you. So Knight of Cups is a romantic. He's very chivalrous, kind, and this is about listening to your heart. This could also mean that you could fall in love. The thing with knights, though, I mean, this is a very kind of, this knight in particular, yeah, he falls in love. He falls in love a lot because he's very fickle. And if he is like a new relationship or something like that, it could even just be a new kind of love, new as far as like project or TV show, something like that, kind of love that you're, or type of spirituality is what's coming to mind, whether it's like meditation or yoga or something like that. And maybe that's why people are like, hey, you know, why are you into that? And that's why you're getting all these questions, that you found something that you're just really excited about and you've kind of like rushed towards it. And might be your family's like, wait a sec, you know, you really just like dove into that. Because the Knight of Cups does that. He just dives into things. He just gets really super excited about it. He's going on like this quest. However, there's not always a follow through with it. And especially in like, if this is a actual love situation, this is kind of like the super uber honeymoon phase of it, where everybody is just super over happy. And this is just a week time frame too, so only time will tell. Like once you start hitting some hiccups with that. Next, we have the Three of Pentacles, but this is in reverse. Now, the Three of Pentacles is about people coming together. You can see these guys are coming together, working on this project. They're working together harmoniously. But Three of Pentacles in reverse, there's some sort of issue with that. You might feel like you need to go off and do it on your own, that this is not working in a group environment, that it's just, if there's a communication issue, maybe they're the ones who are coming at you and like, hey, why do you want to do it that way? And you're having some problems here on like the work front. And then here we go, Nine of Pentacles reversed. Now, Nine of Pentacles is the ultimate like entrepreneur card, the ultimate like I did it myself card. And in this situation, coming right after the Three of Pentacles reversed, and both of these reversed, it really does feel like a work situation that's just not working out this week. And you might feel like you need to do it yourself, that you're just like, forget them, I'm just going to do this myself. This card is like, hey, you do really need to go back and work it out with your teammates, that things are going to be better ultimately in the end, maybe not this week, if we do it together. The Nine of Pentacles can also mean that you aren't spending enough time on what matters, as your family and your friends and those relationships, that you've put too much into work. And a lot of times, like these hiccups in work come up. This is not the time to like just bulldoze through. This is the time to go, okay, fine. I'm going to set this aside for a sec. I'm going to focus on my family, maybe focus on this new relationship that's coming in here. And we'll figure out how to work this out as we go along. Just take a step back. And then we have the Ace of Cups reversed. And I'm kind of putting it here with this group. This is self-love, intuition, and kind of repressed emotions. You know, the Hermit is kind of self-love too, kind of figuring that out. And in reverse, there's kind of maybe not a situation, you're kind of having an issue with that as well. But what is ultimately the thing to remember is that people love you, and it's really important that you take care of yourself and love yourself first. But you are supported. And then this is the Eight of Cups reversed. And the Eight of Cups, I'll show you what it looks like upright. The Eight of Cups is about walking away. So you're in a situation and you're not happy with it and you're just like, forget this, I'm going someplace else. In reversed, it's kind of like, give this one more shot. That it's not time to walk away yet. And I almost feel like this is your work situation. Like, just hold on, it's not time to walk away yet. Because if you end up walking away right now, there's not a direction for you to go. You don't really know where you're going to go. So just step back and focus on your self-love and your family. They're going to help you find that. Okay, your whale spirit, trust in the great mystery. Things are going to work out. You don't have to work so hard to work them out. And then finally, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant, I'm not sure. But he is I don't love the imagery on here. It kind of is very, very Catholic, very popey to me. But it is somebody kind of like on a pedestal that is teaching other people. There's some other decks that I like better that because this does not have to be religious. This can be very much like just somebody that you go to for direction, but it also talks about traditional. And I kind of have it over here on these two, these work cards. And I think that just stepping back, going back to your foundational things will help you, because a lot of times I'm like, oh yeah, you know, work, don't worry about it this week. Well, that's not really how work works, right? That's not really a luxury. We still have people who expect things. We still have clients. We still have deadlines. We still have things. Whatever it is that you guys are working on here, that you kind of stepped out of a comfort zone, go back to tradition, go back to what worked, go back to your foundational things here. It might also be like, hey, you need to step up and be a leader and do a better job communicating with your team what you want. But do this like after you step back and figure out what you want. You may not even understand what you're asking for. And that's what's leading to like some frustration here. And people wanting to walk away. Don't let people walk away. Let's get it worked out. Let's go back to the basics. You don't have to have everything worked out this week, okay? There's also something called like the 80-20 rule, where like 80% of your success comes from 20% of your work. And I feel like it just strip it back, get the basics done, and that is going to get you through this week to greater things to come, like that, those really finishing touches that you guys aren't agreeing with right now. Don't rush it. Allow nature to take its course, okay? Only time will tell. So this is kind of like, okay, stepping back from some things, especially work related. Sometimes we have to agree to disagree when we're having some arguments. Really understand what it is that needs to be communicating, where people aren't understanding where you're coming from. Realize that there is love for you, like there is a foundation of love, family-wise, and that you may have been spending too much time at work anyway. This could be putting some things in perspective for you, and that there could be a love situation. There's nothing wrong with getting excited about that. It's just like, you know what though? Enjoy it while it's there, and only time will tell how it will turn out. So thank you, Group 2. I hope you have a fantastic week. Trust in the great mystery, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 3. If you picked the dinosaur or this pile of cards, you were in the right spot. I'm going to put these aside for a sec and start with our animal spirit card for the week. And we have the groundhog, time to let go. So the groundhog, the most probably famous groundhog that I'm aware of is Punxsutawney Phil. Groundhog Day is February 2nd. And this might talk about something that's going on this week that will be important for you in the first week of February as well. So pay attention to that. Also, the groundhog spirit, time to let go. Like the groundhog takes us from winter to spring. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than we might think or might want it to, right? Because he sees his shadow or he doesn't see his shadow. Wow, that's really interesting. I just thought about, that it takes longer when he sees his shadow because we need to go back and do some shadow work. Okay, so I just got that that thought. The other thought is, the Groundhog Day, the movie, like that day kept repeating and over again for Bill Murray until he got it right. And if we don't let go of things that are no longer serving us, we're just going to keep repeating the same mistakes that we have in the past. Love messages that I have here is let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space, never claim. It simply allows and gives. So this makes me think of, what's that saying about if you love something, let it go. If it returns, it's yours. And you can't be controlling in relationships. You have to just love and allow. Look deep within your heart and you will find my love. My love for you is deep as the ocean. So there's love for you. You just have to look and find it. And this also can talk about letting go of insecurities in your love, that you know, sometimes we're insecure because we don't feel like we deserve whatever love is coming our way. You absolutely deserve it. You're a fantastic person. You deserve it. And we have the Six of Wands. This is in reverse. So the Six of Wands talks about, you'd see this. This guy is riding on his lovely steed into victory. But reverse can talk about like some sort of setback to our ego. I used to ride horses and I would fall off a lot. And, you know, when somebody asks you how you are, a lot of times you're physically fine, because I did it when I was much younger, and you'd bounce right back up. And one thing that we'd always say is the only thing that is hurt is our pride. And I feel like you fell in some way and your pride is hurt a little bit. And look here, we have the Nine of Swords. So you are worried or concerned about that. However, this is something that's in your head. This is something in your mind. This may even be something that only you see and are worried about, kind of like these little flies flying around here, flying over your head as you're trying to sleep. However, I do have a thought about, I recently read an article, and I will link it down below, in regard to melatonin and how important that is. Sleep meditation may be important for you. But melatonin, they're doing research on it, how it may block the coronavirus. So that if that is something like health concern, to something that is bugging you or that you are worried about, like you may actually make it worse if you're not allowing yourself to sleep. And then we have the Four of Cups. This is like the ultimate meh card. You've got some really great things. I mean, look at this tree. It's trying to literally hand you something. And you have your eyes closed and you're just like, no, I am too concerned about my ego or my pride over here that was injured. I'm not going to accept this blessing that is coming for me. And then we have the Page of Pentacles in reversed as well. Again, this is like a new blessing, new beginning kind of thing, but it's reversed. So it's kind of a lack of progress or procrastination. You're not learning from your failures, and we really do need to learn from that. And I feel like you have some really great things, especially, you know, when we have this Four of Cups that's going on for you. You're just not seeing it for whatever reason. And this is, you got to let it go. It's time to let it go. And don't be so controlling in your situation. So then we have the Hierophant. This is a kind of a guru, somebody, it's often depicted as a religious figure. I mean, if this is some sort of thing referring to your spirituality, how you feel about something, you need to find out a little bit more information about it. You need to go to a source higher than yourself. And I'm going to tell you that they're going to tell you that you're on a really great path. You just need to learn from your mistakes and pick yourself up and get back on that horse. And Two of Wands, I think you will do it because you've got some planning going on. You have the world literally in your hands. And Two of Wands is about planning and getting ready to set out and go somewhere. And you are ready to go this week. So you just have to get over this initial stuff. And we have this is the Knight of Swords reversed. I feel like you might be burnt out a little bit and maybe not focused. And that's hard when you're not sleeping. So, you know, Knight of Swords is often, it's a fast moving energy. It's about getting clear communication, going on a quest, going out and doing it. You're not ready yet. You're still planning. You need some more information to do that, but you're getting there, okay? And when it's reversed, I feel like you're just kind of sitting here waiting for something. You literally have it being handed to you and you're like, I don't know, like handing it back. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands again, reversed. Another fast-moving energy that is just sitting here stalled. I'm not surprised that the Knight of Wands is kind of over this Four of Cups, kind of over this card, because The Knight of Wands is about passion and following that passion and finding that passion and going out and doing what it is that you're passionate about. And you are just not passionate about anything right now. You're just not finding anything that you're passionate about because you fell off your horse, okay? You're like, I don't want to get back up on these horses, but we need to and reverse all of this and get it going. So you've got some delays and some frustration in your passion project. But remember, this is just this week. And we have the Nine of Cups, okay? When you go out and get a little bit of help here and make a plan, all of your wishes are going to be fulfilled. I mean, you cannot end on there's almost not a better card for you to end on than this Nine of Cups. This is the wish card. This is the wish fulfillment. This is you being, I know he doesn't really look happy. I always feel like this card is him at like a trade show trying to sell his cups. But this is like, the cups are all of his emotions. It's almost like trophies stacked up behind him. And he's like, hey, yeah, look at me. Look at what I did. I did all these things. My wishes came true. I have contentment and satisfaction. And I feel like that's really good and really powerful for you when you've come from this over here, okay? And really, it's not going to take much to get you going in that direction. I must feel like, this love over here never claims. This doesn't have to be about a romantic relationship. This could be about any relationship in your life where you're being really controlling and you're trying to control things. And control is just an illusion. You have to let it go. You have to let this negative feeling go. You have to accept your blessings, and you're going to find it, and you are going to plan for things. Just trust in this love that you have, that is available to you, and boom, you got the wish card. Okay, so this is going to be, you might feel like it's challenging coming into this week because of what you have going on, but you literally just need to rest and relax. Take a deep breath, realize the blessings that you have for you, and then you can start moving forward with a plan in the way that you want to move forward. So again, I know that you're probably going to feel like, I don't know about this week. It's going to be great. You're going to be great. You just have to let go of some things, and you've got this. So I will see you in the next reading, and you have a wonderful week, Group 3.